Hello guys, and welcome to Learn Microsoft Office and Sage Pastel Easy Skills channel by Mr. Malachi TE. In this channel, you will learn how to use Microsoft Office applications such as Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, and Microsoft Excel, and also how to use the Sage Pastel accounting software. If you haven't as yet subscribed to the channel, you might consider doing so that you'll be notified of the new videos that I post each and every week regarding Microsoft Office and Sage Pastel accounting. In today's video, we are going to be dealing with the if function, how to perform the if function on Microsoft Excel. We are going to be using the tutorial question that prevails on the screen, on the right of the screen. It says use if function to return the following outcomes for students and their marks. So on Excel, we have different students and the marks that they obtained in a test or an exam, right? Therefore, on the outcome, it has to, if the students got 75% or upwards, it must return distinction. It must write distinction on the outcome. And if the students obtained 50% to 74%, it must show pass, right? And if the students obtained 45% to 49%, it must return the outcome sub-granted. And if the students obtained 0% to 44%, it must return the result fail. So let's go ahead and perform the if function using this tutorial question. Firstly, we'll go on the first person, which is Daniel's age. We click on equal sign, we go to fx, then we search for if function. There is if, then you press on OK. The logical test is we are going to be using the cell reference. Cell reference, we just click on the mark, which is B3. Then you click on shift greater than or equal to, then you write 50, value if true, you put if, you open bracket, then you click again on the mark B3, you click greater than or equal to 75%, put the comma, inverted commas. Then if the students obtained a mark of 75% or greater, it must return pass, it must return the result distinction, right? So we'll write distinction, you put the inverted comma, then if the students obtained a mark of greater than or equal to 50, it must return the result pass. Then you'll write pass, put the inverted comma, then you close the bracket. So remember, we have two if functions here. The first one, the logical test, first one is that if the students obtained a mark of 50% or greater, the student passed. Then this result, it correlates with the logical test that you have put in the original if function. Then the sub if function that you have put is just for that if the students obtained a mark of 75% or greater, the student passed, but the student passed with a distinction, therefore it must return a distinction. So this one, distinction, it correlates with the new if function, right? Therefore, okay, seems there is a mistake that we have made there. there is no inverted comma there. We have to put the inverted comma. Then on the value if false, you again put the if function again, open bracket, you click on B3 again, the cell reference, then you say equal to, greater than or equal to 45%. You put the comma, you open inverted commas. Then if the students obtained a mark of 45% to 49%, it must return pass sub granted. Therefore you'll write sub granted. Then you put the inverted commas again, put the comma, you open again inverted commas. So on the value if false, it answers the logical test, the original one, but you open again the if function, so that if the student got a mark of 45% or greater, the students have failed, but the sub is granted to that particular student. Therefore you type again fail on the opened inverted comma. This one option, it answers what? The original if function. Then you put the bracket, then you click on OK. Therefore we will copy the function downwards. We can do it in two ways. You can go to the bottom right corner of the active cell and drag that down. Therefore you will see that if the students obtained a mark of 75% or greater, it will return the distinction. If the students obtained 50% or greater, or 50% until 74%, it's pass. If the student obtained a mark of 44% up below, it's fail, and 45% to 49, it's sub granted. So that marks the end of our today's tutorial video. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified of the new videos posted each and every week.